John Lees just cracked a very dry joke just as I hit record.
Yeah,
So
true professional status. True professional style. I save the best jokes for just before the recording starts.
So welcome back to 22 Pedals. I am joined again by John Lees and Alex Cormack, the creative team behind Sync and Mr. Dig and Crimson Cage. Hi guys, I feel like I need to get a couple words in edgewise because in a couple of minutes you guys are just going to start riffing off of each other and we're going to have like 40 minutes of laughter, and that's awesome. That's why we keep inviting you back. So hi, love everything you've been doing lately. I reread the last couple of issues of Sync yesterday, and man, you got to draw a lot of blood, Alex.
That's
Terminus in particular was a lot of blood.
It's a messy bus.
Yeah,
yeah. It's just
and John,
it's like in like at least the top 10 worst buses in Glasgow.
At least the top 10.
Safe money is at 8.
Top 20. John, thank you for bringing hamburgers into your. I love a good burger, so see.
I thought you were talking about me scoffing a burger just during the chat. No,
well, that too, but that, I mean, do we really call that a burger?
Well, you can't see because it's like an audio medium, but I'm like using burger with thrice of inverted commas.
Oh, he's got the air quotes going. Yeah. Because he may have gotten what's the word you use? Takeaway.
A substance. Yeah, it wasn't really a takeaway because I didn't take it away. It was like a delivery, I should say. But I got like a substandard at McDonald's. Which reminds me of like this great story I remember here. Like one of my friends, they used to be, well, they are a vegetarian, but they used to room with a group of like militant vegan anarchists. And at one point in New Year's
that sounds right out of Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. So at one point in New Year's Day, everything was closed, and my friend came home to find all these like vegan anarchists like eating like McDonald's takeaway. And so they were quite confused and they went like, "Well, why eat McDonald's?" And the argument was, "It's fine, it's barely meat." So
it was in the same room as me at one point. I think that's as close as it's like the hair off of like a cow's back.
But yes, it's like a tangent of a tangent of a tangent. Yes, we brought burgers back for Think this volume with our little volume. And it's like, I'm sure we'll get into the story, but yeah, like Artisan Burger is one of my favourite issues we've done of Sync. And I think a big part of it is that it was kind of going full circle and bringing back the Artisan Burger story that was supposed to be in volume 1 that ended up not happening. And also I've just always wanted to do a food comic, so there was that as well. So all the acid reflux is now coming up while I'm trying to talk about.
I'll tell you, it was a blast drawing burgers though. Like just the intro page, which was like supposed to be like really like close up and gross and kind of like gory and like, oh, what are we looking at? And like by the end, by the time all throughout drawing that comic, I think I ate like 30 burgers. Like every time I finish a page, I'm like, get home and like, what do we do for dinner? I'm like, I have burgers. I really want.
Yeah, I gotta give you a lot of credit, Alex, because like particularly coming right off of Terminus, like I went, oh, we're gonna have another bloody episode, but I like started to pick up what was going down by the bottom of page 1. And then as she actually put the burger together on the next page, I immediately actually became hungry, as disgusting as it started. so to manage to have that transition.
Yeah, it's a tough segue.
That's and for that matter, you did it again in going from the Mad Bastard burger to the other burgers.
I also have to say about what we're talking about. Like, yeah, And Bun Bun is cannibal is like my favorite line of dialogue that I wrote
Yeah.
down.
It's just kind of dawned on him like, oh my God, what have I become? Well, you know what? The Junji Ito burger, that like spiral one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that was one I'm just like, there's nothing I can do that doesn't make this thing look disgusting. It just looks like it should be in a toilet, you know?
Like a big sausage or something rolled up.
Yeah, I was
See,
like,
it looks appetizing to me.
as long as sure,
It works for
I
me.
did my job because when I was drawing, I'm
Well,
like,
well, the
someone just
spiral
put
of
it down.
ketchup and mustard on the bun,
Yeah.
you know, and it works for me.
I've yet to have a peanut butter burger though, because I'm doing that.
I kind of want to try one.
I try one. I wrote to John, I'm like, peanut butter burger, are we sure? And John's like, no, I swear to God, they're delicious. You gotta try one. I'm like, okay. I haven't yet.
I'm sure I said that quite confidently, but I now have no recollection of ever having a peanut butter burger. So either I've forgotten about it in the time since, or I was bullshitting 3 years ago. I don't know.
I think you just wrote "Shut up and draw, monkey." I was like, oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Here is something that I will say. In Voyage de Gourmet, his young adult like cooking show graphic novel, Paul Tobin had one of the questions that contestants were asked was peanut butter yay or nay on pizza, and a surprising number of them said yes. So I had to ask him when he was on whether or not he'd ever had peanut butter on pizza, and he had, and he said it wasn't like an every time thing, but he didn't, you know, he thought it was worth trying, and he didn't like dislike it, and he'd done it more than once. And so I have now had peanut butter on pizza, and it was surprisingly
bad.
Good might be a stretch, but very edible and interesting.
I think peanut butter is a surprisingly versatile thing.
I could totally see peanut butter working on a burger.
Yeah.
Or in a burger. Like the Juicy Lucy with peanut butter in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I could go it, right? Yeah. I think it's like a mental hang up. Like I remember for ages I was like, I don't know, peanut butter and toast. That sounds really decadent, you know. But it's like it's literally just the same as it's just the same as peanut butter on bread, but it's like the bread's toasted. So like, why would it be a problem?
That's funny. I mean, I was having that as a kid.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm crazy. I like to put potato chips and bananas in my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I do love having peanut butter and banana. It's like my go-to favorite.
Yeah, but the potato chips give it some salt and a crunch.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine did that with his burgers all the time. We put the potato chips or the fries in with the burger.
Right. Right.
He loved them.
So
I was just like, what's the hurry? Just enjoy yourself. You don't have to eat all.
My wife often thinks I'm insane for the taste that I like together, but like,
I don't know. I think it's just a mental hang-up thing. Like, you know, like just certain words together feel wrong. Like, you know, like I remember to me ages to try fish curry because even though I like fish and I like curry, but the words fish curry together just sounded wrong. I think it's a brain thing rather than a taste thing. So, you know the same way, it's the same way how like, you know, like you can say like soup of the day and it's like, oh, it's the most wholesome, delicious, like cozy vibes, whatever. But you say soup of the night and it sounds like the most depraved thing imaginable. Sometimes
like soup of the morning, soup of the night. Yeah, it's just like I'm good. Okay. I can start calling a bowl of cereal soup of the morning.
I love it.
But yeah, so I forgot even what we're talking about. Oh yes, sing.
Yeah, burgers. They're good. If you haven't tried one, try a burger.
I think we should do a food podcast. That'd be great. But yeah, like so these stories and many more are now available in Sync Volume 3, City of Killers, currently on Kickstarter.
That's right.
At last checking, we have now we're within like a fraction of overtaking like the total we raised for Sync Volume 2 and fast catching up in the total we raised for Sync Volume 1. We've already made our funding goal. It's all stretch goals now.
Right.
But yeah, the more people we can get on board, the better. Anyone who's interested to listen to this can check it out at comicstribe.com/sync. And this is our biggest volume yet. It's 6 stories in there, including one triple length, like 60+ page story. So it's going to be a big bonky volume.
Well, and I'll say that I've enjoyed all of them quite a bit. Mr. Dig, I think, is the Of all of the issues I've seen Alex draw of everything, it was the one that I could feel him having fun the most.
Oh, there was so much good stuff in that.
Yeah, but the two big issues Dig in there. Mr. Dig is the one where it's his own comic and then
Right.
later on it's the Terminus one. Yeah, I mean, it's got so much fun to draw. He's a blast to draw, and
Well, but particularly, I mean, I could just feel it when because in Mr. Dig, there was that long action sequence. I don't even remember how many pages,
It's
but it
literally
was like,
half the book. There's like the fight
yeah,
scene starts just under the halfway point, just 4 page 30, and it like lasts like 30 pages, this big fight.
right,
yeah.
right, and you could just feel Alex having a good time.
You know, like
Oh,
cracking his
great.
knuckles, like let's get
Yeah.
Then John was like, it was the easiest comic ever to write. I wrote 2 pages, and then they fight for the rest of the book, Alex, and here's the last page.
You're
Oh no! Oh,
underestimating
John,
what
John had it
composer can.
choreographed. There was
I
no
know,
making this
I'm
up. John was
messing
like,
with it.
he goes for this shot here. He goes for this shot here. I mean, John's a huge wrestling fan. This is like,
I know, I
you
was
take action
messing
from
with
the man
him,
who knows what he's
Alex.
talking about.
Yeah, broke it down in obsessive detail.
I wanted to hear him swear in Scottish.
You don't want to hear swearing in Scottish. I'm keeping it swearing in English, so it's not too extreme for our family audience.
Oh man, he did have one of my favorite lines of the book in that whole bit though, when
Oh, another one.
when he just he pops up for the last time. He just goes, "Oh fuck off." It's like, oh, crying out loud. Give me, just go away.
That I can imagine just speaking a really Scottish turn of the phrase. Like that's like the Glaswegian that's been baked in Rohan from the time he's been here.
That was the one that yep, I was like, oh, I hear you. Just for crying out loud, just get fuck off. Oh man.
So you brought everybody together at the end of this comic. And
Spoiler
first of all,
alert.
thank you for bringing them all together. And rather than having the crazy fight scene to end off the comic, you have them all just sitting and enjoying a burger.
Yeah.
Sink
That was
even
kind of like my
Dig
kind of
even
Avengers
taking
eating
off his
shawarma
mask
moment.
so he can eat.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Because for me, like that was quite rewarding. Because like obviously, like when me and Alex started this comic, it was like very episodic and standalone. It was like this world that we're creating, all these different characters that exist in it in different places. So I kind of feel like we've been at this long enough that at this moment, when everyone finally comes together and people start meeting each other, it feels earned. It feels like something people like waited for. It's like, the different factions in Game of Thrones, like seeing each other for the first time or whatever. Like, it feels like something that's been keeping a big deal. So yeah, and that continues as we go ahead. There's going to be a lot more kind of like of things blending together. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, kind of like doing this more ambitious narrative, which started to weave all these disparate elements into one whole.
So I'm sorry, I didn't want to, and I might have to, but didn't want
Is
to.
that's his McDonald's delivery just arrived?
No, I didn't want to completely separate from us, but one of the cats was under the bed when I closed the door for the podcast, and now he wants to get out of the room. And I think my wife
Too
is
bad. He's gonna
next
hear
door,
us.
so I gave her the quick text.
That's
Seppi would be
fine.
very happy if you cracked the door because I'm wired to the.
Yeah, you do the thing that thankfully I've not got a headset on because I used to do that thing where I'd stand up and forget and it'd be like the kind of cartoon like yeah.
Right. No, I've done that. I've done that. So
I will also throw
without
out
spoiling
we
anything,
do have
I
a
mean,
cat in this issue too.
yeah. Do
Yeah,
we
wow,
have
what's his
like
cat?
the team up coming? That's what it feels like. Is like the next arc is the epic. Everybody gets together to fight evil and cause Alex to draw lots and lots and lots and lots of severed limbs and blood. Um,
Well, obviously, like right now, our focus is mainly going to be in Volume 3, but to give you a little teaser of Volume 4, because I think we're allowed because we did a little teasing on our campaign live stream. But so coming up for Volume 4, and the stories that are going to be making up the next couple of like Kickstarters that we do, the next one's going to be our Halloween special. It's going to be a story called Geisen, which is what trick or treating is called in Scotland. And it is about the young team, like from issue 4, who are back again, and this is them on Halloween night, going out guising, in Sink Hill, and like they encounter a serial killer, who's very adamant about the maintaining of old Scottish Halloween traditions. Um, and then, like following up with that, we have another two-part story. Our first two-parter since Graphite Green, and this one we're bringing back Keenan and Louise from Sync 10, and it is a giallo in a sex dungeon, which will be a lot of fun to kind of bring together. And then after that, the next story after that is going to be really delving into like the meta story set up at the end of issue 3, of end of volume 3, and this bigger
Okay.
threat, and the people that have to come together to face it.
Okay. Well, now let's, you know, you gave me way more than I was expecting there, and I thank you. Waiting on bated breath. But now give us the rundown of, I mean, we've all read it and experienced it and talked to each other so much that I feel like we just started babbling and laughing. Give us the rundown of what is in Sync Volume 3.
Okay, I can do even better. I'll start off with what is sync. Just for anyone who's
Oh,
like,
well,
yeah,
that's actually probably smart.
yeah, and just in case anyone's like listening to the first edition of the 22 Panels podcast and like is been in a coma, um, and then I'll go into like what is Sync Volume 3. So Sync is a hard-boiled crime horror series set in Sink Hill, which is this nightmarish forgotten district of Glasgow, populated by occult gangsters, fox masked vigilantes, and these terrifying clowns who drive around in a blue van, snatching people and cutting them up and turning them into clowns, and all the normal people that have to live alongside them. It's an anthology-style series which traverses genres. You have horror stories, crime stories, action stories, comedy stories, and everything in between. We've had 2 volumes so far across 10 issues, which have been very well received and have built up an avid readership. And this latest volume, Sync Volume 3, City of Killers, is our biggest volume yet. Contained in the book, we have 6 stories. The first story, as we've talked about here, is called Dig, which is a triple length story telling the back story and origins of Mr. Dig, the aforementioned Fox Mass Vigilante, telling us how he came to be as he faces a dangerous new threat which has arrived in Glasgow. The second story is Cutthroat, about this elderly woman called Chrissy Woods, who's convinced that she had a traumatic encounter with a vampire called Iron-Tooth Jack in her youth, and she has to deal with a missing kid, and becomes convinced that Iron-Tooth Jack has returned. After that, next story is The Monkey's Ball, which is a day in the life of notorious crime boss Cy McCurdy as he has to put out various fires and deal with a even more evil employer who's came from London to check on his progress. Then we have The Gorbals Vampire, which tells the story of Chrissy Woods, the star of Cutthroat, but this goes back to 1950s Glasgow when she was a young girl and deals with her actual encounter with this vampire back in the day. Then we have Terminus, which deals with a serial killer bus driver and Mr. Diggs' battle to fight him, which is their most high-octane issue yet, full of car chases and various vehicles and bloodshed. And then finally we have Artisan Burger, a nice, gentle, light-hearted story about a food competition where nothing bad happens.
Yeah, yeah. If as long as you stick to that
Almost
for 10
nothing bad
minutes,
happens.
So you get all of that plus a range of back matter stories by various guest writers and artists, pin-up
yeah.
galleries, bonus prose stories, lots of other cool stuff in there. So it's a massive bumper, 200 page plus book that you can either get as a paperback, which will be getting released in comic shops later in the year. It's a Kickstarter exclusive hardcover as well. And we're also doing a special exclusive for the campaign, or possibly online in the shop after, but it's limited edition anyway, which is a Mr. Dig plush, which is like a little soft toy, an adorable little Mr. Dig, which was my
Ha-
Christmas theme
have you
topper
have
this year.
you have you do you have one yet? Do you have you gotten
Yeah.
to play with it? Is it like
Now,
what
again, this is an audio visual medium, so you
It
can't see
is.
the majesty of this Mr. Dig that I have in my possession.
but I have an important question. Like, are we talking soft plush or
Oh yeah,
stiff
he's like
plus?
cuddly. You can squeeze him. He's
Yeah.
got a soft kind of felty feel. He's very cuddly, very soft. He has a little
Okay.
cover that he can take off and put in his back instead if you wanted.
Uh,
He's adorable. And the thing is, right? the campaign's doing great. Like the numbers are trending fantastically. But the one thing I'd like to see our numbers trending up on is I'd like to see more Mr. Dig plushies ordered because if we get, especially with all these tariffs that are going on right now, we need to have a high margin of Mr. Dig plushies sold in order to justify doing more of them. So we could have like the clowns and other characters for future campaigns. So selfishly, I want everyone to order a Mr. Dig plush so we can get to do more of them.
You guys like are gonna break me.
That's the idea.
I know that's the idea.
Want to
I
break
know
you
that's the
financially,
idea.
emotionally, spiritually, physically.
Yep.
I mean, mostly just financially.
That's okay. It's an investment. It's an investment.
Yeah.
You know, this it's like Beanie Babies. It's only like
So it's an add-on. Okay, add-on to any physical order. That's good.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the
Or
magic.
okay, wait a minute. So if you just order the plush, you can get the digital. That could change things.
Yeah, so many options available.
Because right now I'm actually on the digital, just because I have all the single issues, and I will reread it as often digital as.
So what you want to do is do them all. That way you cover your bases.
Dip, 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 dip.
That's what you want.
Get a couple of books of spares to give your friends as well.
Yeah, if someone happens to it, then you don't want to be like, oh shoot.
No, I personally always like to keep a copy in my backpack just in case I bump into somebody who I think would appreciate
I
it.
mean, there is
lived a better life, not because of
temptation. There is temptation for the hardcover catch-up, but I don't know how much my wife would appreciate that.
Where we're trying to sell this book to you live on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have had great success at selling things live to me on the podcast.
Yeah. Kidneys.
Unfortunately, most people do, and that makes it even harder for me, my wife, not to know how much I spend on comics because, like, my mom listens to every podcast.
Yeah. Don't listen to what I do. You'll find out too much.
The only problem with having you guys back so often is like I sometimes run out of questions faster than I expect. Alex, what was the most fun this time? I know that John's constantly like challenging you and pushing you to new levels of depravity, because that's what John does. He swims and he pushes people to depravity. Those are his two.
And I've not been swimming in a couple of months, so it's been all depravity. So
it's been all depravity lately.
Yeah.
No, all right, yeah. So the most fun thing with these issues was really just getting back to it because when we got into these, like John had written a lot of this a while ago, but it was a while ago. We did Crimson Cage in between, did a bunch of other projects also in between. So coming back to this,
you mean you work with other people?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I knew that about Alex. Actually, I know that about John too. You've both appeared here with other people. You cheat on each other all the time. I mean,
it's an open relationship. We have one of those
success. Like, everyone just you get all these other things. A lot of it comes off the back of sync, but yeah, then keeps us away from doing more sync.
But like coming back to this was like just seeing old friends, it was just nice. It was like coming home. It was like, hey, there's everybody. All right, let's get into this again. So, but like, I mean, that first big dig was, I mean, everything in that was fun. And like we're talking about, like just the whole fight scene, seeing his backstory, and like drawing like his family again, all that after a while. Just drawing John's dog Oscar, and also the monkey's paw, the finale in that was just like bringing back certain characters. It was just like, there they are, let's do this again. And it's just it's like I said, it's like seeing old friends. So
And it's
Uh,
funny you mentioned like the time that passed because that's something that really kind of like strikes me. Where it's like I had it myself recently. Like when I sat down to start writing like Sync issue 21, which was like the first issue of Volume 5, and I started to write it. I realized one, I couldn't remember what happened in Sync 20, because and then I looked back and it was actually over 3 years since I wrote that one.
yeah,
Like literally, it was like
yeah,
late 2021. It's like, oh my God, where does the time go? And it's like, and then like you said, it's like how things get away from you. Like when we did volume two, and the plan had always been we'd have like volume two would finish releasing in 2019. In 2020, we'd work on the Crimson Cage. Then 2021, we'd do Dig and Zinc volume three. And then like the pandemic happened, and we were kind of kept in this holding pattern. Like, we were kind of like we could be theoretically ready to start work on the Crimson Cage at any moment, so we couldn't
yeah,
start anything else. So that was like a whole year going on that, and it was like that took us into like 2021 just working on the Crimson Cage, and then suddenly like but over and over like people have shown that they're willing to wait for us, which is great.
yeah. Which I mean, I'm super thankful for that because
Yeah.
it's nice because I mean, John, you said this before. I've said it before that both of us have been to Comic Cons, and a lot of times people will grab us and be like, "All right, what's the next thing?"
Yeah,
And,
like I've worked with other publishers, done this stuff, but Sing's the Perennial, that's the book that
yeah,
everyone's most
same deal.
excited about.
Yeah,
And I think like, what come hide our hair, this is gonna be when it's all said and done, I think Sing's gonna be looked at as like the great book of like, my career probably. Like it's the one that had the biggest fan base. And yeah, and like so that's what I noticed. So when I look at this campaign we've got running, like for Sing Volume 3, yeah, it's a cool book and all that, but what I also feel like it is it represents like the end product or coming out the other side of what was a pretty rough period of time for
yeah,
us and for the world, so and obviously everything's fine in the world now, so it's good.
yeah. So that bit at the end when they're all on a burger, it's well deserved. Like, yeah, take
Yeah.
take five, guys, have a burger, and let's get back into it.
So, Alex, are you already back into it, or I mean, I know, no,
Oh, for another
obviously,
round?
yeah,
Well, it's John's already written it, so
yeah. I heard him mention
so far.
21, so
Yeah,
like this is 15. So I know
yeah.
you've got scripts.
So I know I did some character designs for John, and then it's just a matter of getting cracking again. But yeah, like with always, so this is going on along with like 3 or 4 other projects also going on. But
Yes.
yeah, there will
Alex
be
the
more stuff.
juggler.
What's that?
Alex the juggler.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Alex likes to be among the hardest working people in comics, and
I
I
don't
assume
think
he's
the bank
actually
likes- the bank
relatively
likes me.
fast. What?
I said the bank likes me doing this.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, it's spinning plates,
Alex, are you getting a Mr. Dig for your son?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I have to. Yeah, well, he's got we already have a seat for the Cthulhu guy.
Okay.
So yeah,
When,
Mr. Diggs.
when will you let him read the comic that Mr. Dig comes from?
Well, let's see. He's gonna be 9 later this year. So well, I
20
mean, John,
years from now?
you were watching like gory movies when you were like younger than that, right?
Yeah, like
Did you like
at
cosplay when
the
you're
age of 5, I was like renting like Maniac Cop and Nightmare on Elm Street out of the video shop. So
Oh, you know
I
what
mean,
we were
I could watch the most gruesome, brutal horror movies, and then the thing that was too scary for me was like Michael Jackson's Thriller music video. That was too much. I couldn't watch that.
Hey, that's good hell out of me too. Zombies. When I was a kid, it was zombies and the blob. Those are the two. Everybody else, I'm like, I got this. I can figure these clowns out. But those two, I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this thing? It's
All right, John. Now you know what to put into.
wow, yeah. I'm like, oh
22.
no.
No, what we need to see in the next issue is like someone's, Charlotte or Emma, whoever, is like cornered by the clowns, and it's like, then it's and they start doing it.
Here comes the blob. I was like, oh, I can't talk more. Actually, great. I just draw like, whoop. There it is. Here's your blob. All right. Bang the book out quick that way. You wanted more books. Actually,
well, you're talking about like your son, and I just started talking about myself. So,
well, I was gonna say, you know what I read it last night? The you remember the Emily Carroll book, the Into the Woods, or
Oh,
Through the
yeah.
Woods. Yeah.
Through the Woods. Yeah. So I read them we were at the library yesterday and we saw that, and I was like, "Oh, this is a great book." And then I read him the one with the two brothers.
Oh, nice.
So he was like,
Lovely.
"Oh, this is great." I'm like, "Oh man, we get the book at home. I'll show you the whole thing later."
He's in for a world of wonder.
Yeah.
I
So,
do love as well that when you like were saying that and you're saying like, oh, you're getting him a Mr. Dig, and you were like, oh, he's got a C's for Cthulhu toy, and then like Tad was like, if you let him read, then I thought you were going to say the Call of Cthulhu.
yeah, like yeah, you'll love this Call of Cthulhu. It's like this guy, he likes to yammer on, doesn't he? He's got a thing for seafood. Let me just get to it. Indescribable monster, very scary. I'll read my dig on first, though. The little quick ones.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Like Lovecraft, they're always like, "Oh, this is so scary. I couldn't possibly describe it. It's beyond words. I couldn't say what it looks like." Coward. Wouldn't last a minute in the comics industry.
Preach. Yeah, that's right.
And see, I'm just.
Someone to be like, you can't describe it as octopus head, dude's body, bat wings. I did it. We're done.
I described it.
As the and like if I'm going way out of bounds, just shout at me and shut me up, whatever. But like as the like autistic parent educator, which like all of those are a grandparent even at this point, I'm trying to think, like, would it be different if I was a kid and I was watching a movie or reading a comic that was horrific and whatnot, and I knew my parent had made it, versus just picking it up at the video store and it's like, John, how would you have felt if you watched, what was the one that I didn't recognize, the one that you said before Nightmare on Elm Street that sounded really horrifying?
Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop.
Okay. If you had rented Maniac Cop and you knew that your parent had directed it, how would that have made you feel?
I think it would actually make me feel less scared of it. I'd be like, because it's like, then I would have like cozy memories associated with it. And actually, like, there's many stories of similar. There was a documentary called Living with Chucky, where it was like the daughter of Brad Dourif, like, who just saw Chucky as part of her family, essentially, because she was always on set in the Child's Play movies as a little girl, And it's like, I think it would make it less scary rather than more, because it would be associated with happy memories and family together time and all that stuff. Even more so.
Well, there you go, Alex.
Also because
just start them on
perspective.
sync tonight. Bedtime stories.
Well, and it's different when you're the person making it or you're affiliated with somebody making it, opposed to being someone who just picks it up at random and doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah, because you're behind the curtains. You're seeing the artifice of it. You're seeing something.
Because we know how the sausage is made, type of thing. Like, if I showed it to my son, it'd be like, well, what happens next? And like, well, we'll get a hold of John. He'll tell you exactly what happened. Or I'll draw you a picture where the clowns are like we'll turn it into a whole. I remember those old Looney Tunes cartoons where it was the dog and like it wasn't a fox, but it was like a wolf, and they had to check in for work, and then they like the entire thing is they're doing a Wile E. Coyote thing, but then the whistle goes, and then it's like, oh, the day's over. All right, like Fred, I'll see you later. Okay. Like Tom, it's kind of like, yeah, that's what the clowns do. When the day's done, like, all right, well,
all right, that feels like a backup comic.
Watch some.
That totally feels like one of the one-page backup comics that need. I know those are generally other creators, Alex, but I think you need to make one now. One-page sync backup story.
Only the last one we did where Alex wrote it and I drew it. That was like.
That was one of my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, that was like switching places.
Yeah. And, you remember that one, Tad, from like volume 1?
I don't.
No, we did a one-page story and Alex wrote it and I drew it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
I'm assuming you draw better than Tom King, I hope.
Marginally, but not much.
There was depth. There was perspective there,
They weren't all stick figures?
Nope. There was character designs. There were, you felt like you were there. Yeah, like the mom, like a mother, like smoking. That was a good touch. She was the
I'll have to go dig it up. I have either the physical copy or the digital copy or both.
Was it issue 2, John? Which issue was that?
It was issue 2.
I know it was the first round.
It was issue 2 backup.
All right.
Okay. So a long time ago.
Yeah, this is early on. Yeah.
No,
So-
I feel like I'm growing as an artist. I still think like my finest work was for that podcast we went on to, the video show we had to the drawing competition. I got to draw the picture from Terrifier 3 of like Art the Clown like
Yes!
on the guy's bum.
Yeah. That's right. Well, over here I still have a John Lees portrait of me.
Oh, this we got to see. I mean,
Well,
it's an audio
I'll have to use your
podcast, but
work.
John
You
will
remember
give
this,
a
John?
very good description. Oh, wow. John
That's right on.
very much is a,
Oh, wow,
is a
I'll sweat you,
demented
but yeah.
serial killer.
Okay, so describe this. It looks like the face of a being who should not exist, with
I
eyes that
look-
confirm the fact. They're just the pain
I
and
look
the
very
sweat
nervous.
beads.
Let's see, fan comic star Alex Cormack, and I look like I just sat in something nothing good.
Very wide eyes, and your teeth are a little scary.
Yeah.
So I just have like,
Yeah, very wide eyes, teeth are very scary, and I captured that very well in the picture.
But yeah, this is at Heroes Con that we did. Geez, a couple years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah.
Are you coming stateside for any cons this year, John? Anything on the
Um,
docket?
Zero plans to be coming stateside anytime soon.
I
like,
don't necessarily
I'd-
blame you for that.
I'd like to say it's like a moral standing, like, you know, I don't like the way the government in America is going and I don't want to approve. But more selfishly, it's like there seems like a relatively high chance my plane would crash before I landed. So
You
But see-
mean firing air traffic controllers is a bad idea?
I
What?
think it must be,
Who knew?
Is
Yeah.
it? It's all right. They've got like the guy whose cars and rockets keep on exploding on charge right now, so it'll be fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
it should be fine.
No. Rapid, unplanned disassembly. That's what they call it.
That was it. That's the way. That's the way they're cleaning up.
Unplanned disassembly is what happened off the coast of Florida this week, and caused more than 240 flights to be delayed because the rapid unplanned disassembly.
I'm gonna
left
start
a lot
using
of
that,
debris
like, you know,
in the air.
Yeah.
like I ate some bad chili and engaged in some rapid unplanned disassembly in my toilet bowl. But it's fine. Like he's totally ready to start planting chips in people's brains. It'll be fine.
Okay. I learned something today that I feel like I have to ask John about, because if there's anybody I know that like would have already been very aware of this, it feels like it would be John. John,
I'm
are you
worried
familiar?
this-
Are you familiar with James Joyce much? Have you read much Joyce?
Ulysses?
Okay.
That's been the most.
Okay. So do you know about his love letters?
No, literally the only thing I know is like that one book that I fell asleep
Okay.
to in
So
university.
as it turns out, he had quite the fart fetish.
Oh wow. I'm glad that you thought of me for this.
I know this because earlier today I was talking to Joanne Starr and Ted Brandt
Yeah.
and Rose Stein, because they are doing, or they have already done, it comes out later this month,
A comic about James Joyce's fart
the
fetish.
Harley Quinn Fartacular, Silent
Ah.
but Deadly, which is a scratch and sniff, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck off.
But the editor
Love the smell of
challenged
acid.
Joanne to incorporate the letters.
Yeah.
And apparently the hardest part was actually finding the parts of the letters that were clean enough to put it in DC
Oh
Comics.
wow, yeah. And I don't know, like I mean, like I don't.
And somehow I just felt like that was
having,
information that you might know already.
No, man. I don't have any familiarity about fetishes with farting, but I do think that like it's hard not to like a fart. I think it's one of the great unifying factors that people will find a fart inherently funny. I mean,
Right.
and then like it's like it's like yeah, you can look at your high art and your low art. I like how we go like, you know, in this kind of like arc. Where like childhood is like finding farts hilarious. Like adolescence is going, oh, fart jokes are stupid. I want satire and deep social commentary, and then adulthood is fart jokes are hilarious. Like, you know, like it comes back in a full circle.
Well, at least if
Um,
you grow up a rounded adult, You know,
Yeah.
apparently there are adults out there that have problems with fart jokes, and that they're depriving themselves, is what I
Yeah.
think.
I think if you think like a fart should not be funny and should be dealt with reverence, then you're probably one of those fart fetishists, to be honest.
That's true.
You're laughing? I just came at that fart and you're laughing? That's the hottest shit I've ever heard in my life. And you're making fun of me, you're laughing? How dare you?
This is why I knew I needed to bring it up with John. John can riff on anything.
Yeah.
John,
I guess like one would say like that like getting like erotic satisfaction from like the huff of your own farts is like me coming on and talking about my comic in a podcast, but
Your pants are cleaner this way, though.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. John, somebody needs to pay you to just write comics based we should just give you insane prompts and you should write 8-page stories for somebody to draw.
Yeah. That sounds like a good that if someone would pay me to do that, that'd be great. But yeah.
Or that can be the next time you're at a con together. How quick can you put together a page, Alex?
If you want to look good,
like a decent sketch page, not like insane, but like better than Tom King, as good as John.
I can do that at a show, sure.
Because you could make it like that like when you table together, it could be like $1,000 and you can give us any prompt and we'll give you a 1-page comic.
To be fair, like if you like come up to me at a convention and ask me to like write about your farts, I'll probably call security, but
yeah. I'll be like, no, I have money first on this one, and I want it fresh out of ATM. I don't want that from your wallet in your back pocket there.
Your fart pocket.
Yeah. John, what was that? What was that like 2-page story you had like a zillion years ago with the guy that was kept on getting arguments with like his dick or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? This is a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like I can't even remember what it was anymore, but it was something vaguely along the lines. It was like a guy who had a sentient dick who would make like crude remarks to people as they walked past, and then and this dick kept on talking back to him, and eventually got in a fight with him, and he's probably just like punching him in the face, and he's like throttling it into the back again, and he's like taking a club to it and stuff, and the end of the comic it pans out, and he's got this like a mangled, shredded dick, and he's like, "I win."
Yeah. First,
okay, what was that in?
What happened was I was doing like a lot of like mostly digital, and I still do mostly digital. And I was like, I kind of want to get like basically just do like a regular penciled ink to like as old fashioned as I could get comics. So I asked our buddies in Comic Shop, like, who's got a script that's just a page or like 2 pages or something like that. And John was like, I got you. Hold on. And he gave me this thing with this guy who had talking member and would get him into trouble, and they get in a fight by the end, and his dick won.
but was it printed?
I never did it.
You never did it?
Came up and I just kept on working. I got the script somewhere. If I ever have 5 minutes, I won't do it, but I'll do it eventually, probably.
I would so read that. I would read that. I would beyond read that.
I don't even know what that is. It's a lost to the sands of time now. I can't remember what I even did with that.
I'm sure I
have like no money, but I would try to buy the original art.
Yeah. The name of it was called Harry and the Bastard Penis. I can remember that now, but
Harry and the Bastard Penis.
I thought Alex was writing that down.
I'm because I'm like Peter. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. This is gonna go back to 20 something. I got nothing. I'll look for it later. Anyways, what are we talking about? Buy our book.
No idea anymore. No idea anymore. I know Alex is drawing bell guns. John, do you have anything else in the fire right now?
So much, but I can not very little I can talk about. Obviously, we've got Sync, which is the most pressing thing. That's the thing that's been coming out in shops lately.
Right.
And once the campaign's done, like the volume 3 will be getting a direct market release later in the year. On top of that, I have numerous other things. I have another project, which I have art starting to come in for now. It's going to be launching later in the summer, so probably a couple of months from now before it'll even be announced.
Okay.
But I'm very excited about it. I'm working with an artist I've wanted to work with for years. And it's kind of like a rom-com creature feature mashup.
Okay.
Like if
I'm
like
all
the
over
mood
that.
like the mood board for this would be like, would be like Muriel's Wedding meets American Werewolf in London, meets Maniac. But it's like it's generally like one of my favorite things I've written, with one of my favorite characters I've ever written. Um, and I think especially when I'm seeing the art coming out, it's going to be something really special. I'm so excited to start talking about it. So hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. Um, and as, and aside from that, I've like, I've been a real like hot streak in terms of things getting picked up, getting the go ahead, and like lots of things I hopefully be getting to announce as time comes along. One project, I genuinely like do not understand like why this even got picked up because it's so insane. Like every time I even read the title, I start cackling. And so yeah, this is gonna be like one of these really frustrating vague posts where I just get allude towards stuff without actually being able to talk about it. But yeah, I do have a lot of things that are coming up. Hopefully stuff I can
Right.
talk about for too long.
That now I know that we're gonna have to talk to you again over the summer when you can actually like talk about all sorts of stuff. And I'm so happy that you've got stuff coming up because I know that because I'm one of the ones that reads your newsletter so much that like I think there was a day last year that I was one of what 5 people who sent you an email to see that
Oh
you
yeah, because
were
it
all
sounded
right.
bleak. I thought I was having like a wee vent. It seemed like I must have came across like I was writing a suicide note or something because like people
It
like
wasn't
you'll change
that bad, but it felt
it.
really dire.
Yeah, I mean, it was. There was a certain point where it felt like things were just going backwards in the industry. And I think everyone's feeling the same right now. The industry's in a rough place. Social media networks have collapsed. Retailers are like shrinking and closing down and ordering less stuff in. Publishers are kind of becoming more conservative, not what they order. And it feels like
Uh,
like
and it doesn't
when
help when your primary distributor goes bankrupt.
yeah,
That
that's the
that
latest thing
that
that's
that
happened as
certainly
well.
doesn't help
Um,
get comics to stores.
And it's frustrating. It's just a really frustrating time to be a creator. So I understand why a lot of people are feeling like they're getting burnt out on it. And I was at the stage where I was thinking, like, once this current crop of things I'm working on is done, I don't know what comes next. And then, like, once I started thinking that, like, suddenly things have started moving and people have been saying, like, yes to things. And as I say, I'm half of me expect I've got this kind of massive slate of projects lined up for the next 2 to 3 years, and then like the industry collapses and like comics as we know it ends. So that's usually the thing that happens with me, but I'm hopefully not because all these things are very cool and I want to do them.
Well, I look forward to them all. You've actually somehow like taken me from somebody who couldn't do horror except in comics and then didn't seek it out that much to I still can't do horror outside of comics, but I seek out a lot more of it in comics because you've shown me kind of the
I'm glad.
beauty and the humor to a lot of it.
Yeah, I do feel like, especially more recently, I feel like my horror's getting like funnier, so maybe that helps as
Yeah.
well.
Well, I mean, it almost has to. I mean,
Yeah.
among other things, like I was talking to. Did either of you read Brian K. Vaughan and Steve Scroce did a book called We Stand on Guard?
No, I've not read that one.
So essentially, the premise of it is that like Canada is at war with the United States because the United States president decided that they wanted to go to have Canada as part of the United States and therefore faked a bombing in Washington and blamed Canada and went to war and
That
Canada stood
sounds
up
really
against us.
pathetic. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right,
this.
right.
Wow,
And we
what
were
a stretch to
talking
come up with
about
this
how
idea.
when it came out, it felt so far out there. And now it's like, fuck. And
Yeah, I mean, like it's weird when it's like like if all the dystopias that have been imagined in fiction, I didn't know the one that we'd get. It was like the South Park, the movie one.
Yeah. We're living Canadian bacon here.
yep, 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 yep.
We need John Candy to save the day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now that we're all sad.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to, but I think that's changed some of the tenor of horror, because so much of the things that like 4 or 5 years ago were unimaginable and therefore perfect for horror. It's like, oh, this feels really real.
Yeah, like it's an interesting place because I think there's like plays we all different types of horror are valid in this environment. I think that you can do
Right.
things that are really dark and harrowing. I think it almost becomes like a kind of cathartic experience to really experience these like kind of like hard hitting, dark, upsetting things within a contained environment. But also I think there's a lot of like merit in doing like something that's more like fun and escapist and silly because we're all feeling miserable and we want a little bit of fun in our lives. And like I know I was talking to actually this about I was talking to one of my friends in my writing group and they're like, why is like a lot of the stuff you're writing right now is very like weird and like like smutty, like some like slapstick, like outrageous kind of like nonsense. And it's like and it's because like you want that kind of like joie de vivre, like like a little bit like like you want something that makes you smile when you sit down like the computer to like write your script out, like you want to make yourself sad. You get enough of that when you need to use.
Ah. All right. It is time to get to the required question that Alex is going to have to come up with something new because he had to answer it like
Oh yeah,
a
no,
week and a half ago.
which I will
Uh,
say, just to add in before you say that, like cheap plug. I did read Buried long, long ago. And I thought it was excellent.
I did
Genuinely,
too.
like,
Thank
yeah,
you, sir.
one like a stunning first issue. Like Alex's work is like some of the best he's ever done. Genuinely frightening. The story from Anthony Cleveland is terrifying. And like one
And
of these things that actually makes your gut tighten with dread when you're reading it. If you're listening to this and for some reason like them talking about it didn't sell on, let me also add my thing that you should be adding this to your pull list. FOC
yes,
this month. Talk to your local comic shop. Say you want Very Long Ago issue 1. Put on your pull list.
you
Even if you
just want
have,
to subscribe to it, not just issue one. You
yeah,
just
no, yeah,
subscribe to it. Trust
get the
them to
whole
do the whole series well.
yeah, the whole series for you. Don't tell them that Mad Cave prints their comics in Canada. Just like tell them like they want this book because it's excellent and it's going to be a really special comic and you don't want to miss out on it. And Mad Cave are just doing like
Mad
such good
Cave
stuff
is
right now.
killing it lately.
They're on fire. So like
Killing it lately.
yeah, so like
Thank you, John.
you want on that shit.
No.
I Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
that's right along the lines of my required final question, which is tell me a piece of media, preferably comics and or storytelling of some sort. Though, I got music earlier today that made me happy. So whatever, but something that you love, but not enough people around you have experienced and you need them to because you want more people to talk with about it.
Ooh, yeah.
Dan the Dam.
Oh yeah, I remember you
Yeah.
toss it up somewhere.
I love it. It's like a manga slash anime. The anime is on Netflix right now, and in English they've released like 10 volumes in English of the manga series. It's
Which
so
one?
good. It's Dandadan. It's called DANDADAN. And it's by I cannot remember the mangaka's name. So I look it up.
Let's
Uh,
see. Find
It is
something.
by Yukinobu Tatsu. It's called Dandadan.
Okay.
It's about it's kind of like a kind of starts kind of like high school.
And it's on Viz, Shonen Jump.
Yep,
Oh
yep,
yeah.
We
yeah.
have Shonen Jump because we've been going through our we're insane. Tyler and I are trying to read through all of One Piece. We're like
Oh,
400 chapters in
yeah,
now.
you'll be there at 80 years old still reading it.
No,
Um,
no, we think we'll get done faster than that. We hope we'll get done faster than that.
done
There's
by
only
six.
184 chapters of Dan to Dan right now.
Yeah, so
So
it's a bit more manageable. But yeah,
that
like
might
it's
be the next one.
yep, so it starts like this kind of like nerdy boy who's obsessed with like aliens and conspiracy theories but doesn't believe in ghosts. And there's this popular girl who doesn't believe in aliens but believes in ghosts. And they kind of like bet each other, like, they send like, the boy goes to like this haunted location and the girl goes to this UFO hotspot. Um, and then things go entirely off the rails. And this all happens within like the first like half chapter of like the manga, and it just goes into like unhinged directions. It's like funny, it's horny, it's gross, it's scary. But
This definitely looks cool.
yeah, but on
And
top of
you
everything
give
else,
us great manga recommendations. We read Azadora because of you.
oh yeah, there's just another good.
We read and review every issue or every volume of Azadora when it comes out. We give it give it an episode.
But the thing is like that, on top of all this outlandish, weird, ghoulish, and crazy stuff, it's actually very sweet and like very heartfelt, and you will genuinely care about Okarun, and Momo and like their well-being. And like there's a chapter in this that will make you cry, and the thought of that is laughable when you first see how stupid the series is at first, but like that's how much it gets you. So yeah, Dan to Dan, that's my recommendation.
So John,
Sounds
I
fantastic.
finally picked this one.
Oh,
I know
Convert.
your all-time favorite, right?
My
It's
all-time favorite
20th
comic.
Century Boy. I haven't read it yet. I've been
Oh,
on
well, I
like
know
a
you've not read it yet because like you've not been talking about it.
yeah, exactly right. No, I've been on like a oddly enough a Conan the Barbarian kick lately. So I'm
No.
really like
Okay.
reading like the old the Howard books.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
you've been
like,
doing the
oh
actual
yeah, because I
books.
picked up some when I was in San Diego last year, and it was one of those. I'm like, I got them for the Frazetta covers, and I didn't really think to like actually sit down and read any of these. Um, but what happened? But I found like a different like old paperback like that in like a little shop somewhere a while ago. Read that, had a blast with it. I'm like, all right, well, why don't I sit down and read one of these things? And so I've been reading those a bunch lately. So I'm in the middle of the Usurper one. It's the one where he's like standing there with facing the big snake. And yeah, once I'm done with that, I will jump into this one.
Yes, you'll love it.
Is the Robert Howard going to be your recommendation, or do you have something else?
Well, the guy's been dead for almost 100 years, so
It doesn't matter. You're allowed to use old stuff.
you know, I'll throw this one out because this person is alive. I pretty odd. So this was an art book I got a while ago, back in like 2017. This is for the folks at home. Jeremy A. Bastian. He does a great book called The Cursed Pirate Girl, and but it's just an art book, but this stuff is like. Yeah, Google the guy. Look it
Oh,
up. But,
that's nice.
It's gorgeous stuff. It's very like trying to think of like a Victorian nautical like look at some of the stuff.
Cursed Pirate Girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like I said, this is an art book, but it's one of those like he does it with these like very small microns, like 005s and ones, and yeah, it's yeah, so it's just it's great. So
Yeah.
I had this out the other day.
Oh, is that the? Let me see the cover again. Is that the?
So this is like a sketchbook that he had out.
That's a different one because he's got a 2024 one up.
I'm sure he does.
Store.
Yeah, this is 2017, so this is a while.
Yeah, I was royal backs. He's done more
stuff. And I know I got that book, Cursed Pirate Girl, up there somewhere.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I need to read that.
And I'll give you an extra bonus recommendation purely because I just finished reading it this weekend, which is a book called, not sure if you've read this one, Human Remains.
That's so good.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's by Peter Milligan.
Peter Milligan, right?
What?
Peter Milligan, right?
Yeah. Drawn by Zach Antonino, colored by Deirdre Kelly. It's just like for me, what struck me as it just feels like it's like one of the best like pandemic COVID stories I've ever read, like, or slash seen. Is it's such a good story about how like people like normalize things and kind of take horrible things and just make them part of the routine through like force of denial. It's such a really powerful story. And I really enjoyed it, really vibed with me. And Sally Cantrell is one of those artists who, like, no matter what they draw, I'll seek it out because they're amazing.
Well, once I finish 20th Century, but it's the one book, right, John?
Oh yeah, that is one book, but there's another like
That is one book, yes.
Aren't there 10 and then two 21st Century Boys?
11 and then one 21st Century Boys. So
Okay, well, I got the right overall number.
yeah, just they're very close.
Yeah. This will be I'm gonna basically probably because it's done, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's all collected.
So yeah, I'll this will probably be the rest. Yeah, just going through this. For
Actually,
the rest of
Sally Cantorino's doing one of my favorite single issue books right now. She's doing, I think,
Archaics, which is currently on
at Ahoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which has been really good.
What's that one about? I think I saw it in the shops, but I've not picked that up.
It's like a mom and her kids are kind of on the run from the mob because of something that the dad, who's a politician, got involved in. But they also inherit this island that winds up being like an enchanted island. So there's like demons and creatures and whatnot. So it's a family story and a fantasy story and a horror story all kind of rolled into one.
Nice.
And I don't know how to describe it more than that without just going play by play, which I don't know if I could do off the top of my head. But I seriously recommend it.
Yeah, I might check out next time at the comic shop.
It's beautiful. Melissa F. Olson is a fantastic writer. I think it's 3 issues in right now.
Yeah.
3 or 4, something like that. I mean, there are 2 publishers, 3 publishers right now that like almost everything they put out is just money in the bank for me, and that's Ahoy, Mad Cave, and Distillery, and this is one of the books. Those are hard states, man. So I've read all of your stuff at Comics Tribe, but I haven't necessarily read the other Comics Tribe.
They're all good.
Oh yeah, grab a Willing Blade. Do it to it.
But they're not as widely distributed stateside.
Yeah, I think, and then also like they mainly focus like Tyler, who does like the comics tribe, like like they put through books out through the direct market as well, but his big area of expertise, he's like the Kickstarter guru and the crowdfunding maestro, so like a lot of our focus is on that side of things as well.
Right. If they ever put together a good digital platform where I can like read a ton without having to come up with a ton of money, I'll be all over it.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, as long as you're still reading Sync, I won't come and get you.
But Sync is a totally different thing. Also, Comics Tribe tends to do a lot more horror than I generally do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Vault isn't quite a money in the bank for me, because like they do great work. Human Remains is one of them. But they do a ton of horror that's just not automatically up my alley.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Obviously,
there's the one exception being the 2023 masterpiece, The Nasty.
Oh, there is lots of Vault that I love, including.
That's right.
There's a difference between liking a ton of the stuff and saying money in the bank. I don't need to see much more than the
name alone. Yeah, but yeah,
and
I do know what you mean. Like certain times, like a certain publishers, and they can who the publisher is can vary as time goes on. But like it's almost like that thing. It's like the name becomes like a seal of approval or a stamp of quality.
Right.
like
Right.
A24 on a movie or something. Like
Right.
it's like
And it's also difficult to maintain the more they start doing. Distillery is starting to reach a point where I don't list them as much because they're starting to reach a point where they're actually putting out enough that I'm having trouble keeping up with it all.
yeah.
Not all of it is enough up my alley. But
Yeah.
Ahoy does the funny, and Mad Cave does a little bit of everything and just clearly loves comics.
Yeah, no, like Mad Cave is doing some good, and like I say, there's buried long ago, another book that's coming up from Mad Cave that I just like I got to read the first issue of. Like it's like the writer sent me it was Slasher's Apprentice, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Val Halverson, he's a great artist, and like Justin Richard, he's a really good writer as well. I think it's going to be a fun premise. A bit of a horror, but bit of comedy in there as well. I think it'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah. So all sorts of, I mean, and as Chris Condon and I keep saying, it's the platinum age of comics. There are way more good comics coming out right now than anybody can keep up on all of them. Um,
Chris Condon, he's another writer who like I'll check out anything he does, and he's got a book coming out from Mad Cave as well. That
he
is it
does.
Down Below or Far Down Below? Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Condon, I've been so pleased to see him go from the young guy that like was so happy that he somehow was actually having success with that Texas Blood to like
To the
my
older guy
buddy who's
broken by
writing
comics
Green
after a
Arrow
few
and Wolverine at the same time.
Yeah, no, he's doing good stuff. Although selfishly, I want to get back to that Texas Blood because I love that book.
I do too. I do too. Though if you know his Patreon, there's something in the works that if you were an early subscriber to the Patreon, you will be happy to see. And that's all I'll say because that's probably more than I should say because I know that it hasn't been announced yet. But
You're going to see me a letter from Chris Condon's lawyers tomorrow morning.
nah, no, I mean I can get a text
Comic
from
writers
him
can't
every
afford
year.
lawyers.
I'll draw a letter for you. There he is.
But it's always a blast, guys. The Kickstarter is Sync Volume 3.
Think Volume
Includes
3, City of Killers. You can access it. We've got a little handy short link that you can check so you don't have to remember. It's comicstribe.com/sync. That'll take you to the Kickstarter page. You've got
I was
almost
just gonna
up,
say
so-
that it's been in like every week's episode notes at our site since it went
right.
live.
I'm
But
glad
you
to
know, I
know.
mean, you can do that too.
Yeah, no, just in case. I mean, just there's a possibility that that you listen to this podcast but can't read. So just I mean that makes it tragic that you're buying a comic, but because you'll still get to enjoy the
Just like
pictures.
But
Um,
you also have the opportunity to buy the wonderful looking and I'm told very soft, and soft matters to me.
Yeah.
He might have managed to sell me. I still haven't decided for certain, but he might have sold me on the Mr. Dig plush because it really does look
it
pretty.
smells nice as well.
And I like soft things. I
Yeah.
have lots of soft things.
Yeah.
And I like foxes even when they're not Mr. Dig. So I mean,
Yeah,
it would
so that's
fit
a
in
soft
with
box. So yeah.
it would fit in with the stuffed animals on my bed already.
The soft box is what I'm going to call my dating profile name from now on.
Oh my
For
god.
22 panels, this has been Alex Cormack and John Lees. We
The
will
soft
see
box,
you
John Lees.
after the next page.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.